anyone who suspects they have a growing sense of God, inviting them into a deeper listening, into a moreness.
What Cami and I are hoping is that we can make spiritual direction a much more approachable practice and discipline, and quite frankly, to normalize it throughout the church.
And so if they're really contemplating a deepening of that active listening to what God is calling forth in their life, I think they should apply to the School of Contemplative Listening.
We really believe that spiritual direction is for everyone. It's not a question of if you should practice spiritual direction. The question is, what's your unique way? What is your unique gifting for how you will facilitate time and space, to create time and space for God, for others?
Another people, maybe they notice that they talk with people on these really, really beautiful, reverent, sacred moments of how God's at work in their lives.
Often we think of a spiritual director as this elite, super spiritual person.
And it's not an elite group that have been named spiritual director, because we come from all walks of life, all experiences, all stations of life. There's no one class.
So we would say that we all practice something like spiritual direction.
There's no one particular sense of holiness that spiritual directors come from. God calls from across the spectrum.
If we are growing in our faith in any way, if we've come to faith, we have had spiritual conversations where we leave that conversation with a sense of surely God was in this place. Surely, so I discovered something about my faith or about God or about the world through that conversation.
We each bring the gift that we bring as it's designed, as we're designed, uniquely, fearfully, wonderfully made to do so. And so that only happens though when we have that sense of who we are in light of who God has designed us to be.
And we don't need another Cami Mann or another Josh Banner. What we really need is this person. Each person that comes in will have a unique gifting that will reach and serve people that I can't serve. And that's most excitedly people that are even outside of my culture zone, people that I might not ever even come in contact with.
And so God is named a spiritual director. And then the training piece is the invitation into unpacking what that means. Where do I have to give up what I have to give up? Where do I have to learn what I have to learn? Where do I hone a skill set? Where do I hone a skill set?
I am really giddy when I think about what the School of Contemplative Listening can be for various individuals, and then largely the ripple effects throughout the church in West Michigan and hopefully abroad. So the hope is to nurture, to foster a place, a contemplative community that allows us to go into the sacredness of our personal space, to then go out and then create that kind of space for all kinds of other people.